soul-stealing magi.
Flesh-eating creeps.
Yeah, it's just another day at the office for the madhouse. My werewolf partner and I attempt to keep the peace without being torn to pieces. Weep at the wonder.
Howl at the horror.
And keep the light on. It's gonna get dark. Episode 3. Follow your nose.
So we've been in this state for less than a day and have already stolen a car.
We purchased the car we stole from the ATM. Big difference. Anyway, I don't see why the lighthouse can't do this. It's in their own backyard.
Who are they?
Another group dedicated to facing off with the forces of darkness. They disdain magic. Prefer silver bullets, crucifixes, all that old school shit.
Really?
What? Did you think Madhouse had a monopoly on monster hunting?
I didn't think about it. I suppose?
No matter. I'll say it's probably worked some deal out with Lighthouse to have us take the reins on this.
They aren't capable?
In her words, the Lighthouse primary function appears to be supply creeps and magi with fresh corpses. Fucking Philistines. Wouldn't know a hex from a curse.
Okay, I can't believe Redsboro had to convert an entire gymnasium into an impromptu triage center. This looks like a scene out of one of those disaster movies. Christ, look at how many cots there are.
This is egregious. Even for the most reckless magi. There has to be at least 70 or 80. Elderly. Kids.
Evan, how do we keep this under wraps? It's not like we're the Men in Black and we can just erase their memory.
We're not the Men in Black. It's not our job to keep the workings of the gloom hidden. The human mind is flexible. Most people that come into contact with the gloom forget about it, or rationalize it away. Did you have any childhood memories of your Magi family before they abandoned you?
Not really. Everything seems so dreamlike. In hindsight, like the imaginings of a child trying to cope. Honestly, whenever it comes to her, it's all fuzzy. Sometimes I like to think I can remember something solid, like a birthday or Christmas, but then it goes away again. She abandoned me 20 years ago? Honestly, I get a headache thinking about it.
Sorry. I don't mean to dredge up the past.
It's fine. So, if we clear out the gloom presence...
Then the town forgets what happened. Or, at least, collectively comes up with a comforting lie to explain the inexplicable. We restore these people, and this all becomes a tabloid hiccup, relegated to fringe internet forums and wackadoodle subreddits.
If all goes well.
Even if all goes well, something's not right about this assignment.
What do you mean something's not right?
Excuse me, this area is for patients, visitors, and staff only.
We were hoping to meet with Dr. Diana Humboldt.
Funny. Oh, you're serious?
Why wouldn't we be?
You'll forgive me. I'm 11 hours into a 12-hour shift.
I know. The forehead tattoo. I had an absentee father. Stopped going to church, started smoking the devil's lettuce, didn't eat my Wheaties. Very slippery slope.
Can't say I see many people around these parts outside of the tweakers with those. Yours look different somehow.
Don't mind him. He's recently released from a mental health facility.
V.
Well, it's kind of true. We'd like to see Dr. Humboldt.
There's not much to see.
What's that supposed to mean?
Over there, by the bleachers, she's out cold like the rest.
You're shitting me.
I assure you, I am not. Now, if you don't mind, there's a few IV bags that need swapping out. Is there anything I can do for either of you?
Speaking of shitting, I got a bubble guts pretty bad. We just got done with a road trip, and I ate some gas station surf and turf. Is there a restroom nearby?
Look, I don't think that
Do you really want to see a grown man crap his pants?
Not again. Far end through the double doors.
Thanks!
While you're here, could you take a look at this rash on my...
Pardon me. Excuse me. Oops, can't have that IV fluid going everywhere. Ah, a beanie. Well, I don't think you'll be needing it anytime soon, kiddo. So I'll cover my sight speak tattoo on my forehead. Ugh, this place is a maze. How am I gonna find Diana Humboldt in here? Time to see if those 7th grade theater lessons paid off. Diana? Diana, are you here? Ma'am, please, could you point out where Diana is? I'm her cousin from Lufkin, and I heard she got hurt. Over there? Thank you so much. Shit. The nurse wasn't lying. She's catatonic like all the others. Seeing as how the physician probably won't heal thyself, let's see if Psych-Speak can pry any residual energy. Diana Humboldt, I call you from the depths of your darkness. Speak!
It's got most of me. It's got long, thin claws. It's got most of me. It's got eyes like the blackness leading down to the basement. It's got most of me. It's got scales the size of quarters. It's got most of me. It's got most of me. It's got most of me.
Hey, get away from her. I'm going to call the cops. Officer Dawes?
Just leaving. V, let's get the fuck out of here.
Security!
Knock him down!
Out of the way, boys! Cops started following us.
Let's make ourselves scarce and hope the police aren't bored. I don't feel like answering any questions, especially when I'm starting to have a few of my own.
We're making a habit of small-town alleyways, aren't we? You find anything out?
I was able to use Psych-Speak on Dr. Humboldt. She spoke about something with a claw, saying that it has her.
You made contact with her psyche?
What little was left of it. Ah, there's the road.
Christ! Make some more noise, why don't you?
I'm sorry. Psych-Speak can be disorienting. Mind driving?
Where?
Wherever. Just cruising to the police. Ah, shit. What's the matter, officer? Did we run the meter down?
Seems you two made a bit of a scene in the gymnasium.
Apologies. We're just a bumbling pair of amateur documentarians.
Uh-huh. Why don't you bumble out some identification?
Here you go.
Texas DLs. What's got you all the way out in North Carolina?
Heard about the sleepers.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Someone made a TikTok about their sister not waking up, even when they mushed their sister's lips to lip sync the Baby Shark song.
And that brought you halfway across the country?
We're trying to get content for our YouTube channel.
Content.
Can't pass up a good old haunting.
I supposed it was only a matter of time before the loons started showing up. I get that this is strange, but we have this situation under control.
Of course it is.
Here's your IDs back. I don't care what TLC grade project you have going on, but stay away from the gymnasium. The hospital too, for that matter, unless you have actual business being there. Matter of fact, why don't you stay off my radar altogether? The chief's got a big enough headache as is with all this crap going on, which means I got a headache. If I so much as catch wind of you two assholes, I'm hitting you with whatever I can, and you can spend the night in lockup while you reflect on your life decisions. Clear?
Crystal.
You two have a nice day. Don't so much as sneeze the wrong way. People are stressed enough. I won't have you harassing my citizens because you want to make a ghost hunter's ripoff.
Thank you, officer. You won't hear from us again.
Not a peep.
Hope so, for both our sakes. 723 to PD. I checked out the disturbance, gave the individuals involved a verbal warning. Everything's code 4, no report.
Could have gone worse.
They'll be watching us. Madhouse run into law enforcement much?
Sometimes. Occupational hazard. Just a part of the job. Mind driving? I feel like I got a DeWalt drill going full bore in my forehead.
Sure. Let's get the hell out of here before Copface gets a wild hair up his ass and decides to run these license plates. Okay, I'm not quite tracking. How can you talk to Diana but not Lily Thomas?
Diana's psyche was torn from her. And like the word tearing implies, it wasn't a clean break. Take a book, for instance. You can rip most of the page out, but there's still that little jagged strip of paper that remains. That jagged strip is what remains in Diana's body.
So what's the difference for Lily?
She's an imagimancer lost in the center of soul. Rather than her psyche being torn out, it's more like she's one of those diaries with a lock and key. She shut herself up tight to keep her pages from being ripped out. It'll require something a bit stronger than a standard imagimantic spell to get her to come out.
That makes sense. In a weird, fucked up way.
If I had to guess, the other victims are much more likely to be like Dr. Humble. Their psyches are fractured. We have to find them and make them whole again if they want to have any hope of returning to normalcy.
Well, it sounds like we have a start with this long-clawed creature.
A harvester demon. Most likely. It's good to know, but I'm not sure we really learn much. So there's a demon in town. Doesn't give us a damn clue as how to find it.
Madhouse doesn't have, like, I don't know, a monster manual or something?
We have a compendium of creeps. But reading about it isn't going to help. We have to find the damn thing.
Hey!
Roll the window up. Fucking crazies.
Wait!
Wow. He's really going to... Look, I know you're probably 3 sheets to the wind, but it's gotta hurt to have the window clamping on your arm like that.
I saw what you did.
What the hell are you talking about?
I was watching. You made the lady start screaming.
Shit, Wexler. He saw you do imagimancy. Do we have to,
Know what?
take care of him?
Take care, like, kill him? He looks like he just crawled off the set of Walking Dead. Nobody's gonna listen to him.
No kill, no kill. I've come to help you. There's a place in the middle of town, historic district, Howard House.
We aren't here to sightsee.
Listen. I panhandle around there sometimes. Lots of folks come through because even though Christmas is long past, everybody's still got the lights up. Real pretty. Good for panhandling till they get run off. Them fancy fuck nuggets don't like me reminding them that not everybody gets to live large.
If you don't start making sense, we're keeping your hand.
What I'm trying to say is, I saw some weird stuff in the Howard House. Weird lights, and I don't think it was disco,
You see anything supernatural? Odd-shaped shadows or creatures too large to be animals?
Shadows? All I see is shadows. Everything's a shadow of something else. The shadow of a shadow of a shadow. It's shadows all the way down, bucko.
I'm gonna roll down the window and let his hand go. This won't do anything except attract the wrong kind of attention.
I'm like Humpty fucking Dumpty. They pulled me apart and put me back together. And now I'm all fixed. Howard House. That's your best bet to finding out what you need. Save us, please. Don't need saving, don't need checking. Nobody gives me credit. But there's gonna be a lot of change.
So, are we gonna stop him from running into traffic or not?
Something's not adding up.
Yeah, like why he pointed us in the direction of this Howard House? Smells like a trap.
Towards the end, it seemed like he was beginning to fray. Like there were two consciousnesses vying for control. I don't have to go over my notes later. Gloom that fucks with the psyche can cause all sorts of weird side effects. Why would he be so interested in the gymnasium?
No clue. Suppose we'll have to revisit that when we've got something more substantial to chew on.
Suppose you're right. Well, let's get a move on. Might as well check this Howard house out.
Let's just hope they don't have a good relationship with the police.
Rich people with good relationships with the police? Why, I never.
All right, smartass. We'll keep a low profile. Time to do some brown nosing.
Fancy Victorian mansion. I hate that.
Huh.
The creaking. Like every Magi wants to give off an 80s slashers vibe. I know they can afford WD-40.
I'm more disappointed in the mansion. Not nearly as big as I expected.
I didn't know you were such a size queen.
Wexler, I live in a world where the modus operandi for men is to overpromise and underdeliver. Think of me less as a size queen and more as a perennially disappointed constituent.
How articulate.
Sorry, I meant bow wow, house small, woof woof, be let down.
There you are. I wonder if we can get in somehow. Might have to have you scale to the upper stories. Wait, where's your briefcase?
Baggage claim fucked up. They said it should be delivered to our motel sometime tonight. You didn't notice until now?
I was recovering from air sickness. It's a legitimate concern.
Chill. I'm not judging you for being a part of the Bile High Club.
Aren't you concerned that you'll turn before the briefcase comes in?
Relax. I took a staller before we left Texas just in case. If Solomon's telling the truth, I couldn't turn even if I wanted to. The briefcase has the rest of my mixtures. You got your firearm case, right? Please tell me the airport didn't fuck that up too. That's Llewellyn's pistol.
Yep. Armed and dangerous. It's a 5-shooter, easy to conceal, and has enough punch to give the baddies a scare. That doesn't help us get into this house, though.
You got the lockpick tattoo, right? Can you just get us in the house if you need to?
Depending on how complicated or enchanted the lock is. If the mechanism is too complex, it could burn up the entire loose lock tat. The magical equivalent of snapping your lockpick, so to speak. I might need it later. Well, I guess there's always a third option. We could just knock.
Evan Wexler, killer of fun, stater of the obvious.
Lots of windows on this house.
I noticed. All shuttered.
Place practically screams ill intent. I just hope we're done with crazed rednecks and pet abominations.
Oh, that's not weird at all.
What?
Over by that big oak.
Over by the... Hello? Sir?
He's just sitting there.
It's gotta be in his 70s or 80s. Hello?
Real classy.
He doesn't seem to mind. How else am I supposed to check if anybody's home? He just leaves an old man out in the yard.
I mean, he is in a wheelchair. It's not like somebody just dumped him to be a lawn ornament. He is alive, isn't he? Please, tell me someone didn't just leave Paw Paw out because they were too cheap to get a scarecrow.
Nah. He's breathing. Barely.
Is somebody there?
Intercom. I'll get it.
Hello? Hello? Is somebody there?
Where's the...
side of the box. Yeah, I know it's strange. Button's a bit stuck. Press hard.
Can you hear me?
You'll have to press harder.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
I can hear.
Shit, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
That's affirmative.
Might I ask?
Sorry.
Might I ask what you're doing on my property?
Just passing through the neighborhood and saw someone sitting in a wheelchair over by the big oak.
Oh, my father. I lost track of him. I'll be right out.
What's up?
Guy on the intercom says that it's his father. Says he lost track of him.
Dude's practically Harry Houdini.
Oh, I didn't expect somebody with such colorful artwork adorning their face.
I was a latchkey kid. We saw this older gentleman out by the tree as we were driving by.
Ah, I see. The help must have left the gate open. Yes, this is my father, Horatio. He enjoys being out in the sun on days like these.
Looks like he's having a blast.
He's been like this for a while now, but a son can tell. I've known the man my whole life, after all.
Well, I'm glad he's doing all right.
And I'm glad Redsboro has such good Samaritans among its citizenry, even if they are alternative. Then again, I don't believe I've seen you around.
Oh, you haven't? We're a traveling podcast. We do 20-minute episodes on strange happenings in towns across America.
That's so.
It is. Have you heard anything going on about the sleeping epidemic?
Is that what they're calling it? No, I haven't been paying much attention to the goings-on.
You haven't heard anything at all?
Other than that it's quite unusual, no, I haven't.
That's strange, considering the current state.
What are you implying? My father's been in and out of lucidity for quite some time now, well before whatever mass hysteria has gripped the minds of the local simpletons.
We'd hate to draw a correlation where there is none, but it does seem odd.
What is odd is two complete strangers showing up and harassing me in my yard. We were having a pleasant day, but I must say the afternoon has been quite soured by your presence.
Our apologies, Mr. Howard, yes?
Indeed. If you don't mind, I have business to attend to. The house doesn't run itself.
I'd just like to ask,
Let's go.
wait,
Yes, I must agree with your partner here. Please see yourself off the premises before I call the police. I imagine it won't be hard for them to identify such idiosyncratic individuals.
Let's go.
stop, what?
So nice to meet you two, but I just remembered we left our, refrigerator running and we need to catch it.
That doesn't even make sense.
Oh dear, what have I gotten myself into?
Okay, what the fuck? We could have pressed him.
No need.
Why?
There's not many perks to undergoing hideously awful experimentations, but there are a few. One of those is a heightened sense of smell.
I'm listening.
Look, we don't need to poke around the manor to know the guy is guilty as sin. More likely than not, he's a magi. I couldn't pinpoint it, but the place reeked.
Like blood? Like Llewellyn's place?
No, different. It smelled like a dump. Or sewage.
The harvester's hiding in the sewers in between strikes. Can you follow the trail?
What do you think I'm doing? This way.
It's funny. The way you follow the trail, you zigzag back and forth like a dog.
Don't even start. Damn it! I lost the scent. Come on, where are you?
Let's see. We're about a block away now. I can still see Howard House over to our left, peeking over a stone wall. Over to the right, it's like a bunch of other historic mansions.
A ton of for sale signs. Take your pick.
They're like little gravestones, marking the death of a healthy economy.
Oh, I found it! Ah!
I mean, it's not like that barricade ambushed you. So, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the sign that reads dead end might be hinting at something.
But the scent is coming from behind it.
There's a massive tangle of fallen branches behind the sign. Must have been trimmed from the tree lining the street. Past that, it just looks like the road gives way to woods.
It's back here.
What are you talking about? Stop playing in the damn branches.
Wexler, this isn't a dead end. I mean, it is a dead end. But see? Someone moved the barricade further down the road, then used the trimmed branches to make it appear as if more of the street was off limits than it really was.
Think Gerald paid someone in city maintenance off to do this?
Well, given the smell and proximity to his house, I'd say so. If this was a jigsaw puzzle, it'd be a Fisher-Price one. Help me pull some of these heavier branches off. It's not coming from deeper within the woods over there, though. I mean, a manhole cover not a few blocks from Howard House?
No better place to keep a pet demon.
Shall we?
Ladies first.
Whew. We need a stipend for oxygen masks or something if Madhouse is going to keep throwing us in the rankest places imaginable. You got a flashlight?
Yeah, I'll light the way. Let's hurry before anybody sees us.
Made it. Your turn.
Here. Catch the light so I can see on my way down.
Got it. Come on.
Oh, fuck! You have got to be shitting me.
I mean, doesn't seem too far off. At least you'll blend in. Just be sure to get a hepatitis shot when we get back.
Give me a hand, will ya?
Ooh, no can do, boss. Gotta keep a good grip on the flashlight. A good two-handed grip. Yes, sir.
Full of shit.
And you're covered in it. We balance out, yin and yang. Now, get up here and let's...
What was that? What was that?
Let's come back later. I don't have my concoctions.
Goddamn ladder broke. We'll have to find another way out. Didn't sound like a demon.
Help me. Could be a trap.
Yeah.
Could be someone really needing help.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's see if we can help. We're coming.
God, please don't let this be a trap.
The only way out is through. You ready?
After you.
Hang on!
Oh, shit. It's the crazy guy from the gymnasium.
Yeah. And he's dead.
Shit. What was that?
What are you talking about?
I heard something. We're not alone.
The Hundred-Handed was written and created by Tom Trest and produced by Dream Sculptor Studios. Episode 3 was directed by Brooke Pillafont. This episode featured Gage Richter as Evan Wexler, Brooke Pillafont as V, Chris McAdams as the Delusional Man, Erica Mitchell as the spirit of Diana Humboldt, Adam Henry as Officer Taylor Dawes, Aaron Hand as Gerald Howard, Amy Schusler as the nurse. Audio recording, mixing, and original music by Nathan Parnell. Ready to see if there's more than just smells down in the local sewer system? Visit us at the100handed.com. That's the100handed.com. Or brave the dark recesses of social media to find us on Twitter and Facebook. If you enjoyed this production, please leave us a review and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. You can also support us at patreon.com/ The Hundred-Handed. Without your support, we may never heal the shattered remains of our broken psyches. Until next time, weep at the wonder and howl at the horror.
Hey everybody, Tom Trust here, the writer and creator of the 100-Handed. Just an update, the website is now 100handed.com. That's 100handed.com. You can find us at facebook.com/the100handed and at Twitter/X at the100handedpod. And if you could leave us a starred review, whether you liked the show or not, it would help us out immensely. Until next time, weep at the wonder and howl at the horror.